Hello everybody, welcome on back to another video on the Unibridge channel. Today we are back with the latest LEGO news for 2025 and 2026. Now, of course, before I begin the video, I just want to say that if you enjoy and want to keep up to date with all of the latest LEGO news from me, then make sure to subscribe, as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. But with that being said, everyone, let's get right into it. So first off, we are going to be taking a look at all of the new LEGO sets that have been officially revealed by LEGO. Starting off with set number 76300, and this is the LEGO DC Arkham Asylum set. This one is going to be recommended for ages 18 and over, and it will be releasing for September 9th with 2,953 pieces for a price of $300, and you will be getting 16 minifigures in the set. First off, I want to talk about the price, because the price is usually something that LEGO mess up a lot, and they usually overprice a lot of sets. However, I gotta say, with this one, I think that $300 is actually worth it. I would happily pay the full price for this. You're getting 16 minifigures. Most of these are new and have new and exclusive prints. And also, the price to piece ratio is quite good as well. But I do think that this is actually worth $300. So that's the first thing I want to say. And overall, I think that it looks very good, the set. It's one that I will definitely be picking up at some point, and I cannot wait to connect it to my LEGO Marvel modulars. And it's about time that LEGO DC is getting some love, especially in the LEGO modular form. I'm hoping that we do get more DC modulars in the future. And it seems that from now on, LEGO will be switching between DC and Marvel with the modulars per year, as LEGO DC and Marvel do share the same theme, being LEGO superheroes in general. But you can see that there are some really nice references. I really know that they reference Clayface, but they don't include him as a minifigure. That's just kind of evil in my opinion. And then we've also got this really cool poster saying Visit Metropolis, which is obviously referencing the Daily Planet set. And then we've also got the minifigures, which I gotta say, overall, I'm not the biggest fan of. But we've got Batman here, which is the same one from the 4+ set, Damian Wayne's Robin and Batwing. Then we've got the Penguin, Bane, Scarecrow, Killer Croc, and Harley Quinn. All of these 5 are in their prison jumpsuits. They share the same torso and legs, except for Penguin, who uses the short legs. And then we've also got Batwoman and Catwoman as well. Both of these minifigures are great. And then we've got Poison Ivy, my favorite figure of the set, Mr. Freeze, as well as the Riddler, and then 2 officers, or prison guards, I should say. The fact that we haven't got Commissioner Gordon in the set, though, is really confusing. And then here are the dimensions of the set for any of you who are wondering. And then moving on to LEGO Wicked. So we've actually got all of the new LEGO Wicked sets that have been officially revealed by LEGO for Wicked 2. So the first that we have is set number 75687, and this is Elphaba's Retreat. This one includes 228 pieces. You get 2 mini dolls in the set, retailing for $25. Next we have set number 75688, and this is Glinda's Wedding Day with 476 pieces. And this one includes 2 mini dolls, retailing for a price of $40. Next up, we have set number 75689, and that is the Emerald City and Kiamo Castle, retailing for $80 with 860 pieces. And this one also includes 2 mini dolls. Honestly, this one looks quite good. I really like the mini scale Emerald Sea, as well as the other castle as well there, and the rainbow build. I think this is probably one of the best mini doll sets from Wicked. And then next up we have set number 75690, and this is the Glinda and Elphaba's Visit to Munchkinland. This one will be including 525 pieces, and it will be including 3 mini dolls, where it will be retailing for a price of $70. And it will be recommended for ages 9 and over. And again, this is a pretty nice LEGO mini doll set for Wicked. I think this is probably one of the best ones as well, alongside the previous set that I showed. I really like the building and the roof design. I think that looks really nice. Then we've also got the Brickhead set being set number 4079 for the Elphaba and Glinda Brickhead set with 325 pieces. And this one will be retailing for a price of $20. And then the last set that we've got for LEGO Wicked 2 is set number 75685, and this is the Emerald City Wall Art. This one will be including 1,518 pieces. You will be getting 5 minifigures and 2 other characters, so technically 7 characters in total. And then you are going to have to be paying $150 for this set, because that will be the retail price. And overall, I gotta say, this is actually a really good set. Probably my favorite Wicked set out of all of them that have ever been made from both of the films. I think this beats the other book collection one that we saw revealed a few weeks ago. which also had Lego minifigures in it. I think the reason why I like this one is because it's just a really nice display piece, and also you get the original Wizard of Oz characters as well, including Dorothy and the Tin Man. The last time we saw them was from the Lego Movie 2 CMF series, I believe, and they're quite expensive on the aftermarket. So I'm glad that Lego have decided to remake those figures, and then you do also get Alphaba and Glinda in the set as well. But overall, really good looking set. Probably won't pick it up because I'm not a fan of Wicked and the Wizard of Oz in general, but it is a really nice set and I do appreciate the design of it. And the next we actually have the official reveal of set number 72046, and that is the Game Boy. This one is going to be including 421 pieces, retailing for a price of $60, and it will be releasing for October 1st. And I gotta say, this one looks absolutely incredible. I love the build for the Game Boy, and I also really like how they've got these stand as well that you can mount it on. And also you do get these screens that you can interchange for the Game Boy to represent the actual screen on the Game Boy, which was really cool. And they also include 2 games as well as little buildable accessories, including The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and then you do also get Super Mario Land as well. But these look absolutely incredible. I'm really hoping that they're all printed pieces and they're not stickers. But yeah, Lego absolutely knocked it out of the park for this one, and I gotta say the price in this one is definitely worth it. Then we've got some number 40801 that has been revealed, and this is the new Lego Stranger Things Brickhead set, which overall I think looks quite good. Obviously tying in with the new Stranger Things season 5, which is releasing by the end of this year. You do get Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will in this set, and it includes 542 pieces in total. And if you want to get this set, you are going to be having to pay a price of $40, which honestly I don't think is too bad, and this one will be releasing for October 1st alongside the Game Boy. And then moving on to Lego Marvel, we've actually got information regarding a new set that we are going to be getting for January 2026, and that is going to be set number 76344, which is rumored to be an 18+ set for Lego Marvel, and it's going to be retailing for $120. Now, as for what it is at the moment, we don't know. However, I'm going to put a little speculation out here now as to what I personally think it is going to be. So it's an 18+ Lego Marvel set. Now, the only types of 18+ sets that we get for Lego Marvel are the modular buildings, as well as the bus helmets and the buildable objects. So using that knowledge, I think it's probably going to be a buildable object. Reason being is because it's too cheap to be a modular building. I mean, what modular building is going to be $120? Let's face it. It's also too expensive to be a Lego bus helmet set. So I think it will end up being a sort of buildable object, sort of similar to Captain America's shield or the Thor's hammer. As for what it is, not 100% sure. However, I'm going to put 2 speculations out there. The one that I think it is most likely to be is something to do with Iron Man, maybe his buildable arc reactor. I think that's a pretty likely choice, I'll be honest. And it would be pretty cool to actually get a buildable Iron Man's arc reactor as a sort of Lego icon style set. And then maybe Tony Stark's glasses as well, with the case that we see in Spider-Man Far From Home. That would be really cool as well. And then maybe his repulsor blast, I don't know. A few accessories for Iron Man or Tony Stark. Or the second option, maybe a buildable Stormbreaker. I could see Lego definitely doing that as well. But the fact that we've already got something for Thor being his hammer, I feel like Lego would probably tackle Iron Man next. But that's what I personally think this set is going to be. Hopefully we hear more information regarding that and the other remaining Lego Marvel January 2026 sets soon. But I would love to know down in the comments below what you think it is going to be. And then moving on to Lego Technic, thanks to Lego Minecraft Gold, we've got information regarding a new set that we are going to be seeing releasing for January 2026. And that is set number 42221, the NASA Artemis Space Launch System rocket, retailing for $60. Now this one's quite confusing because we've already got the Artemis Space Launch rocket and launchpad set already on shelves from Lego Icons, and that is a much better set. I don't know why Lego have decided to remake it in Lego Technic form. They should have waited for that one to retire. But this is going to be significantly smaller, obviously, because it is retailing for only $60. So I guess this is a much cheaper way to get that model without the launch pad, I'm guessing, if you want it. However, I still think that it's a bit of a stupid decision on their part. Like I said, the only good thing about it is if you can't afford the big version, or if you just haven't really got the space for it, you can always get the smaller version, which is going to be the Lego Technic version, retailing for only $60. And then after months of waiting, we finally got our first images of set number 43279, the Lego Disney Wally and Eve set. This one is going to be including 811 pieces, retailing for a price of $70, releasing for this September, and it will be recommended for ages 18 and over. And I gotta say, overall, this set looks really, really good. I absolutely love it. I will definitely be picking this one up at some point. I think that the Wally build looks really nice. This is actually the first big buildable version of Wally that we've seen since the original idea set, because we saw him as a Brickheads, and now we've got this bigger upscale version. And I think that this one looks significantly better than the ideas one, in my opinion. Even though it is a little bit smaller, I still think that it looks a little bit more polished up and refined. And then also Eve as well looks absolutely incredible. This is actually the first buildable version of her that we've seen besides the Brickheads version. So that's really cool to finally get. And overall, I think this is going to make an absolutely amazing display piece. But anyways, moving on to Lego Icons, we've got some very interesting information. So thanks to T&M Bricks, we actually have information regarding a brand new Lego Icons D2C that we are going to be releasing for November 13th this year. And that is going to be set number 10366, the fish tank. Yes, a Lego fish tank. And this one will be including not 1,000, not 2,000, not 3,000, but 4,154 pieces. And it's going to be retailing for $500. Now, first thing I want to say is, I don't know who is going to be buying this set, because there's no way I would waste $500, 500 big ones on a Lego fish tank. Like, what the hell? Now, you could probably buy a normal fish tank with, actual real life fish for around the same price. It would probably cost a little bit more of a time to maintain the fish, but, I think $500 is better spent on an actual fish tank rather than a Lego one. And I'm not even saying this is a bad idea. Honestly, a Lego Icons fish tank is actually a decent idea if it was like $100. But the fact that this is $500, who is going to be spending $500 on a fish tank that's made out of Lego? Look, I love Lego. I've spent quite a lot of money on Lego sets over my life, but never would I spend $500 on a Lego fish tank. I am very intrigued to see who buys this set. Price to piece ratio is not that great either. So I'm assuming that they'll probably use a lot of large pieces for the actual tank. They'll probably use a lot of the window pieces. Well, they better use the window pieces, because I want like an actual closed tank, especially if they're asking $500 for this. I also wonder how many pieces they're going to use for the rocks at the bottom. Maybe, an extra 1,000 there. And I also wonder if it's going to have like loads of blue studs inside of it, or if it's just going to have like a sort of blue backdrop, if that makes sense, to represent the water. But yeah, I'm actually interested to see how this actually turns out. I do want to see images of this one. Not like I'm going to be picking this one up, because I don't have $500 to spend on a Lego fish tank, but I am quite intrigued to see how they actually go about doing this. But there we go, everyone. With that being said, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy, then why not subscribe, as well as like the video and turn on notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram and join my Telegram channel. Links to both of those will be down in the description below. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all of the latest Lego news that we've covered in today's video. What do you think about the Wally and Eve set? And what do you think about the new rumored $500 fish tank? And will you be picking it up? I'll tell you guys soon, so peace out, see you later, and bye-bye.